I have never in my life beaten my dad in a round of golf, and that's due to one main reason. I'm fucking terrible.
Oh, that's gone. The ball? I lose the ball every time.
So after 26 years of losing, I decided it was time to use what I am good at and build my way to victory.
So I set out to build the Caddy Daddy, the world's first unbeatable golf bag. Let's lay out some guidelines for this project. As the name suggests, this needs to act as my own personal caddy. If you're not familiar with a caddy, it's this guy right here. Although originally caddies were just there to carry equipment, they've become a professional golfer's right-hand man.
Just trust me on this one.
They play a key strategic role in helping the golfers select the right club so that they can play the best shot possible. And this club selection is a little more complicated than it may seem on the surface. Each one of these clubs is made with a different angle relative to the ground, often referred to as the loft of the golf club. The loft of a golf club has a significant impact on how far the ball will go when hit. So selecting the correct club is crucial to keeping the ball on target and winning the round. Other factors like lay and elevation can also have a considerable impact on distance. So the Caddy Daddy will need to have a way to account for all three of these things if I want an advantage over my dad. It'll be a cold day in hell before I walk 18 holes, so it's gonna have to fit inside a cart. Electricity isn't exactly readily available on a golf course, so it's definitely gonna have to be battery powered. Just in case this still isn't enough, I wanted to add a little something extra to make sure I can improve my score. Now that I had an idea of what I was gonna build, it was time to figure out how I was gonna build it. I don't wanna have to dig through my bag looking for the right club like some rookie. I want the full professional golfer treatment. So the Caddy Daddy needs to be able to actually hand me the correct club. To do this, I had to design a carriage to securely hold each of the clubs in a fixed position. This carriage needs to be able to move, so I mounted it onto a central shaft, allowing it to rotate freely. But this isn't meant to be a merry-go-round for golf clubs, so I still needed a way to control it. To do this, I wanted to use a motor to drive the cylinder, and then I would need to use some kind of sensor to detect the current position of the cylinder, and then I could feed that position data into a microcontroller, which could then turn around and control the motor. And the hardest part of this, I wanted all of this to be able to fit inside of a standard golf bag.
If I want this thing to be able to tell me which club to use, first it's gonna need to know how far I hit each club.
To do this, I was off to the driving range to hit a gazillion balls. I can then take this data and create some graphs to help me arbitrarily pick a distance at which one club ends and the next begins. And then I can write some code for the microcontroller that takes this distance along with some adjustments for things like lie and elevation, and I should have a basic program that can take my distance and turn it into a club suggestion. After this, I just had to do some CAD work, wire everything up, and hope to God that it actually works. With everything assembled and ready to go, it was time to hit the course and put my plan in action. Alright, so here's how this works. I use a rangefinder to get my distance. It's going to take that and check it against all the data we gathered earlier, select the right club, and bring it right to the front for me.
Whoops. It works.
This ensures I'll always have the perfect club, helping me finally achieve that glorious W against my dad.
He does it. Actually, yeah, that was a good shot.
With the Caddy Daddy on hand and the front nine started, I was feeling confident.
Best golfer to ever live. Oh, now I f***ing can't.
A few holes in, and I was honestly just shocked that the Caddy Daddy was actually still functioning, even after driving it over bumpy ground and potholes.
All right, I officially like this thing. It works really well and really consistently. If it rains, then that thing won't work anymore.
As the front nine came to a close, it became pretty clear that even though the Caddy Daddy was functioning, it wasn't really helping.
Show 'em what you got, old man.
Old man, I'm one over. How you
Like 9 over?
So what was going on here? I spent all this time and money building myself a personal caddy, and I still wasn't winning. Well, as mentioned earlier, I am bad at golf. It doesn't matter if you hand me the perfect club made by the greatest golf club craftsman of all time, I will still f*** it up. And so my biggest problem is I'm constantly hitting these terrible shots out of bounds, and then I have to take a one-stroke penalty to bring the ball back into play. And over the course of an entire round, these really add up.
Dude, I might be able to birdie this hole. God damn it. No way I lost another, right? Oh, it was a great shot. I hit it too far. Come on. Well, to the other side. You put.
Luckily, I had planned for this. So it was time to bring out the secret weapon, because if I can't win by following the rules, I'm gonna break them. Now, it's no secret to you guys that this bag is hiding something, but it was to everyone else.
I gotta set it up. Here, watch. Ready?
This whole time I've had a remote just sitting in my pocket, and from now on, if I happen to launch a ball into the woods, no I didn't. Next time I send one sailing, all I have to do is drive around, pretend like I'm looking for my ball, and then press the button on the remote. This will make the bag secretly drop a new ball out behind the cart and onto the ground. And then I just have to wait for the moment the other person says, "Is that you over there?"
I'm gonna go try to fool him. So he's looking for it. Shit, I gotta go quick. It's gone. It's almost definitely in the woods. I watched it go. Watch this. I'm gonna drive towards him. I'm gonna drop the ball and see if he goes, "Oh, look. Anything? Is it a Strixon? Okay. I'll drop if I have to." Is that it? Oh. Well, never mind then.
Success. And now that I knew I could get away with this little cheat, I was ready to dominate the back nine.
Greatest golfer that ever was. There we go. Yeah, baby.
How about that?
Now that I had this little cheat and I didn't have to count any of my balls that found their way into the woods, I was able to stay neck and neck with the old man. But of course, karma had to step in and send the only thing I didn't plan for. This bag was far more rugged than I expected, but it definitely wasn't waterproof. I got some weird looks when I explained to the clubhouse why I needed a trash bag, and although covering the bag made using the caddy very difficult, luckily the ball dropper was low enough that I could still use it to finish out the round. Due to the rain, there wasn't much more footage that I could get, so how did the round end? As if it were planned, the sun came back out as we finished the final hole. We shook hands and we were off to tally the final score. After many hours of work and way too much money, the Caddy Daddy proved that if you want to beat your dad at golf, you're better off using that time and money on golf lessons. But there's always next year.